The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F, How to Be Anti-Racist, and the Myth of Male Power. Now let me tell you why. What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we start, I just want to remind you to press that subscribe button, and if you stick with this video to the end, how about you like it and maybe come back for more later, no pressure. So today I'm talking to you about 3 non-fiction books that you need to read before 2020 ends, because 2020 has kind of been a beep show. But anyway, we were reading and we were learning. That was really a challenge that I set for myself this year, to read mainly non-fiction books. And up until this month, which is the month of August, but when I publish this video it will be September. So up until the month of August, I have just been reading nonfiction, and I really feel like 2020 has been that year where we had to challenge ourselves about social issues and what we knew about, and even just our lives in general. It really forced us to be in a space of introspect and to realize what was important, what was not, what we knew about, what we didn't know about, what we cared about, and what we didn't care about. And for me, I really challenged myself to find out about any and all topics, including those that I was familiar with and some of the ones that I was not so familiar with. But in today's video, I would only be talking about 3 of those nonfiction books that I dug my teeth into, and telling you why you should read them. So the first one would be Mark Manson's The Art, or The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. And we're gonna say F because I don't know how much swearing I'm allowed to do on camera. So F. I recommend this book because it is a self-help book. However, it's not in the format that you're used to. A lot of people don't like this book because of the writing format. On my Goodreads profile, I encountered a lot of other readers who didn't like it because Mark is also a blogger before he's a writer. And so this book takes the form of casual conversation. It really just sounds like, you met this cool guy named Mark, and now he's telling you how to live your life without giving a damn about anybody else except you. Except that's not what this book is about. Despite being a little bit vulgar, which people like me don't mind, but apparently some people out there mind. But as you can tell from the title, it has a lot of vulgar language. So if that's a thing that bothers you, then just suck it up and read the book, okay? I really enjoy this book because what you expect this book to be about, or what you expect this book to tell you about, is not exactly what it goes on to be about. I feel like most people who pick up this book are expecting, to be told that, look, you can just do whatever the F you want and live your life like nobody cares, because nobody cares, and it's gonna teach you how to be a bad bee. But while it does do that, it gives you some really good tips for life that I feel like every single person should read this book in order to live a happier life. And that is the reason why you should pick up this book, because I highly recommend it. I think I'm going to do a separate video where I review this book in particular by itself. But until then, go buy this book because you need to read it. The second book that I'm recommending that you guys read is The Myth of Male Power by Dr. Warren Farrell. Now, at the beginning of this video, I started talking about how this year has really been a learning year for me, about educating yourselves about certain issues that you may not be so well vexed on. There is a train passing in the background, so if you can hear that, I am very, very sorry. This book really challenges feminist ideas and ideologies, and really challenges your belief in gender equality. Now, what I expected this book to be was this over-glorifying masculine book about how women are not so great, and men really don't have as much power as they've been given. And while the second part of my statement is true, it really wasn't bashing women in any way. What Dr. Warren Farrell does is that, and if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I'm sorry, but what this doctor does, what this man does rather, is that he highlights some key issues that we may not have been paying attention to before in terms of the gender equality question. And while this book does not discredit those ideologists and and topics that feminism is trying to bring forward, because this man was in himself a feminist before he wrote this book. So he understands feminist ideologies, but he's now just taking a step back and saying, okay, but wait. Do men really have the power that we have been told for so many years that they do? And basically what this book has highlighted to me is that what we define as power may not be the most accurate definition, and that there's two sides to the story of gender equality. And if you truly believe in gender equality, you should be a person who is willing to listen to both sides of the story. It does not discredit the fact that women have been oppressed in certain areas of their lives, but it also just highlights some of the issues and some of the areas in life in general that women have basically had more privilege than their male counterparts. The last book I'm recommending that you read today is How to Be Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. Before I picked up this book, I didn't really know that the term anti-racist was a thing. It describes the discrepancies, or the differences rather, between not racist and anti-racist. To say that the opposite of racist is anti-racist and not racist, because a lot of people who are not racist tend to be pushing racist ideas. What I really like about this book so far is how it's sort of redefining your idea of what it means to be a racist. But not only is it doing that, it's also showing you how to be an anti-racist and highlighting certain areas in your own life that you could be racist, and not know it. There's been this opinion that I've had for a very long time that, people, especially people of color and black people in particular, always say that black people can't be racist. And this book is really telling you, well, actually, ma'am, you can. And so I really appreciated that about this book, because that is a topic and a thing that we really need to be talking about in our communities and in our social circles, to say that you can't just be telling like white people and other people to not be racist and to stop saying racist words and pushing racist agendas and policies when you yourself are racist towards your own type of race. So if you made it to the end of this video, I want to say thank you for sticking with me to the end. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, and if you like this video, come on now, press the like button, let us know. And if you would like some more content, be sure to click any one of the videos. It'll be either up here or down below here, and leave me a comment on whether or not you've read the 3 books I've just mentioned, or if you haven't, will you be reading any of them? And if you are reading something, and on this channel you are reading something, please comment below what book you're currently reading and if you think that I should check it out. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.